Good evening. The time is now 6:02, and I'm going to call this meeting to order. It looks like we have all of our members present. This meeting is scheduled to be on site at Fairfax Junior High Cafeteria. The meeting is also available to be witnessed via teleconferencing. Notice of teleconferencing pursuant to Executive Order N 2920 and Government Section Code 54953. The board will conduct this meeting via teleconferencing or video conference with one or more board members participating from a remote location via telephone or other electronic means. Voting at this meeting shall be by roll call. Members of the public wishing to observe, listen to the meeting, or make public comments as authorized under Government Code Section 54954.3 may do so at the following locations: 1500 South Fairfax Road, Bakersfield, California, 93307. Voting at this meeting shall be by roll call. Social distancing measures will be implemented to address the public health issues relating to coronavirus COVID-19. The board values the input of our community and welcomes comments from the public at appropriate times during the meeting. At a meeting, comments are limited to matters listed on the agenda. Procedures have been established for citizens to speak to the board on agenda items as they are taken up before board discussion and deliberation. It is important that members of the public conduct themselves in an orderly manner and speak only during the time reserved for the public comment. Members of the public must not disturb or disrupt the proceedings or talk over others and are encouraged to address all meeting attendees in a respectful manner. We will start with saluting the flag. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Number two, we will have approval of tonight's agenda. So can I get approval of tonight's agenda?
First motion.
First motion, Alma Rios. Do I have a second? I'll go ahead and second that approval of tonight's agenda. Okay, again, I'm going to read number one, our public comment procedure. A person wishing to be heard by, you're right, thank you, Victoria. Let's do a roll call. Alma Rios.
Aye.
Virginia Lawson.
Aye.
Palmer Mullen, aye. Victoria Cornell.
Aye.
And Jose Tapia.
Aye.
Thank you. 5-0. Number one, public comment procedure. A person wishing to be heard by the board first shall be recognized by the president and then proceed to comment as briefly as the subject permits. Individual speakers shall be allowed no more than 3 minutes to address the board on each agenda item or non-agenda item. The board president shall not permit any disturbance or willful interruption of board meetings. Persistent disruption by any individual shall be grounds for the president to terminate the privilege of addressing the board. The board may remove a disruptive individual. Individuals who disrupt a board meeting may be guilty of violating California Penal Code 503 a misdemeanor. Okay. I believe we will move into D, closed session.
Public comment first.
We have a public
We
comment
have
to
two.
D1.
E1 and E2.
Now we will have the public comment for E1, which is going to be discussion of possible action regarding superintendent search process. Catherine Pariseau will be recognized for 3 minutes by the board president.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you. I was actually enjoying the fact that you were sunglasses free. If you would please show the community and the board the respect, if you would, take the sunglasses off.
I'm sorry, it's due to a procedure he had, so.
Okay,
can
so in approaching how you are hoping to handle the hiring of the new superintendent, the process. There have been a lot of processes at Fairfax in the last 6 months that have not followed policy, procedure, rules of order, or laws. The only thing I ask of you right now is that you follow a conscience to serve this district. And if I may, I have one letter I'd like to offer. Alma, I know you work real hard at trying to do what's right. A lot has been done wrong. I would really love to have your signature.
Okay,
That's my time. Thank you.
thank you. Catherine Pariseau. Next, we will recognize, the board president will recognize Teresa Smith for 3 minutes.
Good evening, Mrs. Brown and members of the board. My name is Teresa Schmidt, and I have been a kindergarten teacher for our beloved district for the last 10 years. The board has faced many challenges, and I'm sure it has been very difficult for all of you. I just want you to know I'm not here to attack you. I just want to make sure that you are all reminded of what an elected official means. As an elected official, you all were voted in by the people of the community. The people of the community who valued what you said you stood for. These are the people who believed in you to take care of the students by making them the priority. The people who trusted you to make wise decisions on all issues concerning our district. So tonight, when you vote on the important decision of who will be our next leader, please remember to act on what the people are trusting you to do and place Mrs. Laura Brown as our interim superintendent. Thank you.
Thank you. With that, next on the agenda is closed session.
Yes, closed session, and closed session will be at the Fairfax Junior High Library tonight.
Okay, closed session. The board may be required to adjourn to closed session for discussions of matters of personnel, security, negotiations, student discipline, litigation, or other matters authorized by government code sections 3549.1, 54956.6, 54956.8, 54957, and 54957.6. And education sections 35146, 48914. Note, in the event any items are acted upon in closed session, the action taken will be reported publicly at the end of closed session as required by law. Now I'm going to ask for a motion to go into closed session. First motion on Marios. Second motion, Jose Tapia. Marios. Virginia Lawson.
Aye.
Palmer Mullen, aye. Victoria Cornell.
Aye. Aye.
Okay, with that, we will go into closed session in the library.
What is the time? The time?
The time starting closed session is 6:12.
Right. As we're coming back in, you may need to press the mic buttons, Palmer. These are all off. You'll need to press the talk button. You'll need to press the talk button. We turned them off while we were in. Yeah. Okay. I'll just show you.
Okay. The board has come out of closed session at 7:32. The board has I would like to report out from the closed session. The board has identified a preferred candidate for the interim superintendent position. Subject to approval at a regular meeting, we will be seeking a regular meeting in May. So that moves us to E1, which is the search process for the board will consider and possibly take action on timelines, deadlines, and methods for recruitment of a new superintendent. I would like to make a motion. I would like to make a motion that the board hires Kern County Superintendent of Schools to search starting July 1st for the permanent superintendent position, which our interim superintendent may apply as well for that. So I'm going to put that motion to the floor. That's my recommendation.
First motion?
Okay, I have a first motion here. Is there a second? Second motion, Jose Tapia.
I would like to say that I would prefer to take the, an appointment route. So if you
The-
can also put that on the table.
There is also another motion laid upon the table that Victoria Cornell would like to
Appoint.
appoint. Is there a first motion?
To appoint within our district.
Victoria Cornell has laid a motion upon the table to pick within our district for the superintendent position.
The whole position.
The whole
Permanent
position.
Second.
Alma Rios for the first, for the first motion, which is to hire Kern County Superintendent of Schools. There was an aye.
Palmer.
Palmer,
So now would be the time for you to just have some more discussion about the various options and then go ahead with that first motion, just to make sure everybody has their.
oh, okay. Is there any other motions to lay on the table?
Is Victoria's, is your emotion on?
Her motion is on the table.
I seconded it.
No.
I'm just suggesting more discussion around the alternatives
Oh.
before you vote.
Virginia, is there anything additional?
I'm sorry.
Is there any additional information you'd like to add to this?
No, I think you did it.
Okay.
So we're going with the first motion. First, we had an aye by Alma Rios, an aye by Palmer Mullen, an aye by Jose Tapia. Virginia Lawson,
And this is for,
the Kern County Superintendent of Schools. That is a no. Victoria Cornell,
That's a no for me.
that is a no. With that, that's a 3-2. The first motion passes. So next, we have number 2. This item is no longer necessary since we have identified our interim candidate. Next on the agenda, we have appointment of labor negotiators, Government Code Section 54957.6, which is a voting item. The board will consider the possibility of taking action to appoint one or more labor negotiators to represent the board in discussing salary and benefits with the following unrepresented employee, the interim superintendent. The board will identify an open session, any representative designated. I would like to make a motion to designate the president, Palmer Mullen, and the vice president, Alma Rios.
I would like to make a motion to, for,
The first motion is on the floor, and then we can go with the second motion.
I would like to
The first
recommend
motion is on the
Virginia.
floor.
I would like to recommend Virginia either way. I
Okay.
believe she has
She
experience,
likes
she
the
has
record,
experience and she's been in the district, she's been a teacher, she's been, I mean, she's.
but
done so much and I
but
understand that.
we have the first motion that's on the floor. We will go to yours next.
Virginia,
Okay, Alma Rios. Alma Rios,
for what? For what?
This is for us to meet with the labor negotiators to discuss salary for our interim superintendent at our regular meeting, our next
Yes.
regular meeting.
Yes.
Yes, Virginia Lawson.
I wasn't listening.
Okay, I'm gonna repeat myself. The president and the vice president, Palmer Mullen and Alma Rios, will meet at our next regular board meeting with the labor negotiators to discuss the salary for the interim superintendent? Yes, okay, and that's a yes from Virginia Lawson, that's a yes from Palmer Mullen, Victoria Cornell.
Virginia,
Yes, I understand us go over.
did you understand? Can you explain it to her once more, Mr. Moland?
Okay, what is on the table right now is for the president and the vice president, Palmer Mullen and Alma Rios, to meet with the labor negotiators for the interim superintendent's salary.
Oh, I changed my vote, no.
Oh, no, her vote
So
is,
for me, yes.
we have a yes by Alma Rios, a no by Virginia Lawson, a yes by Palmer Mullen, Victoria Cornell.
That's a no for me.
That's a no, Jose. Jose Tapia, that's a 3-2. The first motion passes, the second motion fails with the lack of a second. Now we're going to move with discussion and possible action to change our regular meeting for May 21st and add additional regular meeting for May 4th, 2021. Do I have a motion for May 4th, 2021 at 6 o'clock?
First motion.
First motion, Alma Rios.
No.
Second motion by Jose Tapia. Alma Rios
Para
vote.
cambiar,
Aye.
para cambiar la
Aye.
fecha para la semana que viene.
Virginia Lawson? No. Palmer Mullen, yes. Victoria Cornell?
¿Mande?
Victoria Cornell?
That's a no for me.
No. Jose Tapia? Yes. The next regular board meeting will be May 4th, 2021. And that will
So
be
sí
at
está
6
disponible.
o'clock and
Había-
it
había
will be
dicho
a
que- ah, ok.
regular
Yo pensé que
meeting.
dijo que no estaba disponible.
The, the president does have the floor. I have reported that the next regular meeting again will be May 4th, 2021 at 6 o'clock to meet, to have a regular meeting. And we will also be meeting with the labor negotiators, just to let you guys know. And I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn this meeting.
First motion.
First motion. Second motion. Alma Rios, your vote.
Aye.
Aye. Virginia Lawson. Aye. Palmer Mullen, aye.
That's a no for me.
Victoria Cornell is a no, and Jose Tapia. Aye. This meeting is adjourned at 7:41.
She had her hand up way before.
The person has to have their form filled out, and for the agendized item, I only had 2 at the beginning of the meeting. If you wish to address the board for our agendized meeting, you would have to have given her a form before the meeting began, and if you wanted to address any item on the agenda, you would put that on the form. I have adjourned the meeting. The meeting is adjourned at 7:42.